Hi everyone. I just want to make a little video because I'm a little mad right now. I've talked to a lot of people about infertility, and no one understands what you're going through until they do it. Until they can't just lay down and have a baby. Okay? So when people say, oh, let's trust God, I do trust God. And God has different ways to work things out. Oh, trust God, He'll work it out. If it's supposed to happen for you, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen for me and my husband because my tubes are blocked and his sperm count is all jacked up. So when people tell you, oh, just wait, it'll happen. No, I've waited for 6 years and it doesn't happen. So no, it's not. So before you talk to somebody about infertility, just think a little bit. If it wasn't so easy for you to have a child, then how would you feel about it? Until you've went through it, you don't know it. And I have listened to so many people's advice. I've listened to, and just not said anything. Oh, why don't you just take your temperature every month, every day, and when it peaks, that's when you're ovulating. Don't you think that I've tried those things? Obviously, I can ovulate all day long, but guess what? They're not getting through my tubes. They're blocked. My husband's sperm count is low. They can't swim right. So guess what? Not gonna make it to the egg. Probably even if my tubes were open. So, if you want to support somebody having to go through infertility of any kind, just say, hey, how can I help you? I have an open ear for you to talk to me and get your frustrations out. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. So if you want to go out somewhere and just have a good time, if you feel like you want to talk, let's talk. Don't give me advice from someone that you hear, oh, well, maybe if you guys get married, you'll get pregnant because God will open your tubes up because you're doing the right thing. Come on. Come on. If God wanted me to have a child any other way, they would be open. It's not from the lack of praying for it. Yes, me and my husband are not legally married because we can get more help with school and everything else from not being married. I don't have to pay as much taxes. Well, do the right thing and maybe God will open up your tubes. God is not based on what you're doing. That's not, if God wanted me to have a child that way, I would have a child that way without, okay, well, maybe y'all should be married. Okay, yeah, we should be married because if that's what people think the right thing is to do. Don't tell me that shit. It gets on my nerves so bad. And, even my mother don't understand because she never had problems with trying to get pregnant. She didn't want to get pregnant. She's trying not to get pregnant. It's just frustrating and aggravating. So, when one of your friends is struggling, one of your family members, one of your children is struggling, just be there to listen. Don't always want to hear your opinion. My grandmother, bless her heart, why don't you just adopt? My first son is adopted. Okay? Yes, it's Robert's from another marriage, but he's mine. I've had him since he was 2. I've already been this route. Not that I don't want to adopt children. I love children, but I would like to have one on my own. I would like to carry one. I would like to be able to experience being pregnant. I'd like to be able to experience throwing my guts up, not being able to move and breathe because my belly's too big and being uncomfortable. I would do anything to have that feeling. Okay? Have heartburn all day. Shit, I have that now. But have heartburn because the baby's pressing on my stomach. Be miserable. I want to be miserable and pregnant. Okay? Don't tell me about I don't want to hear it. Oh, well, at least you don't have to be pregnant. I want to be pregnant. I want it. So, it's just frustrating. You know, when people that aren't going through fertility issues, oh, well, did you try this? Well, what do you think I've tried? Okay? For how long before I actually go to a fertility specialist and they figure out what's wrong with me? Don't you think I've tried natural stuff already? I've tried Clomid. Before I would take my temperature, I'd have sex every day of the month. Can't miss your ovulation then. You know, your sperm count might not be as high, but can't miss your ovulation if you have sex every day of the month. Except for your period, you know. So, pretty much, yeah. I'm just frustrated. So, other than that, just aggravated. Just want to put it on YouTube to take a video of my frustration because I know other people can understand. So, anyways, y'all have a lovely night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, I meant to tell you too. Of course, my IVF cycle got canceled for November because we weren't married, and the insurance said they're not gonna pay for it because we're not married. So that was just another little poke at you, you know. So he can be on my insurance as a common law spouse, as a domestic partner, whatever you want to call it. I can pay for all his medical needs with my insurance, okay? Every last one of them. He can get anything that he needs done with my health insurance, except we can't have IVF because we're not legally married. So he could have multiple issues with his illness, with an illness. He could be bedbound. He could be whatever. And he can be on my insurance and they'll pay for it. But Lord Jesus, if you want to have a baby, you got to be married. Got pregnant naturally by it. Guess what? They'd pay for all my issues if I had come up with issues while I was pregnant. Pay for me to have a baby. But dang it, they ain't gonna pay for IVF. Don't think so. I understand it's expensive. But guess what? If he was a sickly person, that $15,000 that they're gonna spend on an IVF cycle would be a lot more. So, and I still have to pay a $6,000 deductible. Get out of here. You know, that's another part of my frustration for today. But, so, we will get married. And reapply for the insurance to cover it, and hopefully start in January. Because the earliest day that you could start for the cycles where I'm at my fertility center would be December the 2nd. That's the last start date that they have for December, because they want to be off for Christmas, which I completely understand. I would not want them there retrieving eggs or doing a transfer or drawing my labs on Christmas. I want everybody to be home on Christmas. I understand that completely. I work in the medical field, so I have to work holidays, and I don't want somebody else to work it if they don't have to. Completely understand and not mad about it. If I could be at home on Thanksgiving, I would. We switch holidays, or vice versa on Christmas. I would want to be home on Christmas. So, I'm okay with that. But, anyways, so it's just a little while longer before I get a baby in my arms. And that's okay. Everything works out for a reason. The way I'm looking at it now is, if I would have done it at the end of November, I would have paid that $6,000 for my deductible. And then I would have had to January, when I go to start having all my OB appointments, I'd have to pay for another $6,000 deductible. So, I'm looking at it that way. I only have to pay $6,000 once. And if I get pregnant the first time, I'll have the baby October-ish. End of October, early November. Somewhere in between those 2 months. And I won't have to pay any more money. So, the Lord works it out. However He does, He has a wonderful plan for me. And I know it's going to happen. And even if it doesn't happen, the Lord's got a plan in it all. If I have to adopt a baby or put embryos in me that are not my own to give some other child a chance to live, and I can carry them and raise them and love them, I can love other children just like they are my own. I have no problems with adoption. I would love to adopt children. I just honestly really want to carry a child, you know, and if it works out for me just to have donated embryos that I carry and give birth to, I'm okay with that. I just really would love for the Lord to bless me to be able to carry my own child, or carry my child, whether it's my genetics or not. I would love that. And if, you know, if it's not in the cards for me, then I'm just going to have to move on and, you know, accept it. But I'm going to try everything that I can with reason for that to happen for me. And if it doesn't, then I just have to learn how to live with it. And just love my son that I do have and just keep on going. Honestly, like,